Bicycling. Today, more and more people are taking to the streets. Their preferred mode of transportation is the bicycle. Whether they're off to work, to dine, to shop, or just to exercise, the bicycle is their way of getting around town. So, why are people bicycling more?
We're a one-car family, so my wife takes the car and I take the bike. Saves us a bit of money and doesn't take that much more time.
I met my husband in a bike shop and continued riding with him until the 90s. Had a couple of kids, stopped riding quite so much. Now I'm very much back into supporting the bicycle movement that I feel is occurring here in Phoenix.
I just love the feeling of freedom. I really like not having to get in a car and deal with the stresses and issues of driving a car. And I just feel wide open and free on the way to work while I'm going there. And it's great to be able to enjoy the weather here in Phoenix in the morning. And I think, Phoenix is actually a great biking city.
I've been riding for about 6 years. I feel like I'm 12 years old when I get on a bike.
There's Bicycle Month, Bicycle to Work Day, and the list goes on. The bicycle craze is contagious, and the two-wheelers and even the three-wheelers are riding up a storm.
Hello, I'm Deborah Cedillo-Dugan.
And I'm Chuck Emmert. We're going to take you on a ride to remember.
And that ride includes some of the best bike routes right here in Phoenix.
I'm ready. Let's get going, Deborah.
Streets, bridges, tunnels, paths, canals, trails, mountains, all make up Phoenix bike facilities. Phoenix has over 700 miles of bike infrastructure, with over 580 miles of on-street bike lanes or routes, and more than 100 miles of off-street paths and trails. But what does the future for bicycling look like in Phoenix?
Phoenix has a bicycle coordinator, and he's charged with implementing the program, which is finding new facilities, but he's also charged with, changing the culture of Phoenix and trying to get a little less car-centric and try to make it more multimodal, with bikes being, a big part of that. So that's very important, is changing the culture in Phoenix and keep building facilities that will keep improving that, keep improving the connections, try to make it safe for the riders so they have a good choice.
Well, I'm very excited about a project that's occurring right now to add wayfinding signage to the canals, because we have a fabulous canal network here in Phoenix, but a lot of times you get on those canals and you're not sure where you are because there are no road signs like there are on the streets. So that's going to make a huge difference. It's better already, much better, but there's work to be done.
With so many bike paths and trails right here in Phoenix, we're going to focus in on some pretty cool rides.
Well, that's right, Deborah. But first, let's take a quick glance at the history of the bicycle and how the bike and the routes have evolved and continue to develop here in Phoenix.
In 1817, Baron von Drace invented a walking machine that helped him get around his gardens. It was known as the dandy horse and was made entirely of wood. You had to push the device with your feet. Throughout the years, the bicycle evolved to a two-wheel riding machine in 1865 with fully equipped pedals on the front wheels. And in 1870, the first all-metal machine made its debut. About the same time, Phoenix began settling into a small agricultural community. The city incorporated in 1881. Here's a snapshot of some Phoenix riders over the years.
Upon the seat of a bicycle built for two.
You know, Chuck, bicycling in Phoenix has changed so much since we were little kids and riding those Stingrays around town. The city now is preparing for what it's going to be like for the next 20 years.
That's right, Deborah. The goal for Phoenix is to become a platinum-level, bicycle-friendly community.
And what that means is having a well-connected and safe bikeway network, connecting people and places, both quickly and efficiently.
It also means supporting bicycling as a viable and preferred option of transportation and recreation.
as a city really adopts a strategy to increase cycling and have that part of their transportation infrastructure, that what happens is actually you need to put less money into expanding roads and doing that. And it's really advantageous for motorists as well as for cyclists as more and more people go that mode shift.
If we look around at what our peer cities are doing, if you look at places like New York, San Francisco, Portland, Seattle, they're all embracing bicycling. Roads are really expensive. Bike infrastructure is really inexpensive when you compare it to freeways or highways.
We should really be investing in our cycling infrastructure to really get people healthy and out. With Phoenix being so flat that it's actually the ideal place that anyone could cycle and enjoy. You can go at your own speed and you can have places where it's private and safe, and you can be cycling on those without in the middle of heavy traffic or doing that. So it's really a great opportunity for the city, and it has the long-term benefit of improved health and less cost of healthcare.
I have not had to join a gym in a long time, and so that's my main form of exercise, my main form of transportation. I save a lot of money doing it, so I think that it just is the best of everything. And look right here, we have the best parking spot of anyone. We don't have to pay for parking.
If you think of how much you'd spend on a car as far as insurance and gas and commuting and parking, that a typical car would be $4,000 a year they're spending on someone who drives and commutes to work. So if you actually just say, you know what, I'm going to start cycling to work, that you can say, and every year I'm going to go on a $4,000 holiday as a reward for doing that. It's like, wow, so I'm getting healthy, I'm feeling better, I'm in shape, and I get to go on a holiday every year, and I'm still better off than in taking a car.
With 300 plus days of sun every year, Phoenix is a mecca for outdoor activity.
I moved from Portland, Oregon and Vancouver, British Columbia, which are both very, very bike-friendly places. And I rode a lot in the rain, and I got so sick of it. And I came here and I was like, it's so beautiful 8 months of the year. We have no hills. I don't understand why everyone is not riding a bike.
I love biking Phoenix because it's a great way to experience the city, and it's just a fantastic biking city. It's just a wonderful experience to be out here biking in Phoenix.
If you don't want to drive to work, I mean, you have some choices. You could hop on your bike and go to the bus station or the bus stop, hop on the bus, or you could even go on light rail. So you could either, light rail goes between Mesa, Tempe, and Phoenix, and it stops close to ASU downtown and all the businesses and Bank One Ballpark. So you could do a multimodal trip with your bicycle and put it on the train and hop it off, lock it up. It's going to be safe and secure, and at the end of the day, you're going to come there and your bike's going to be there. You're going to return home doing the same thing.
In 1985, Phoenix created a bicycle task force to review its bicycle infrastructure at the time. Since then, there have been some major milestones. Let's take a look.
In the late 80s, prior to 1987, there weren't a lot of bicycle facilities. There were about 75 miles of bicycle facilities in Phoenix, and they were disjointed. It was a big city, it's an expansive city. There's about 1 million in population. They weren't very big, and they just kind of happened on their own. And there were some constituents out there that were lobbyists, that were advocates that were trying to get it going, but nothing on the city side was really promoting bicycling at that time.
In 1985, the city appoints the first bicycle task force.
1987, the council approves the initial 700-mile bikeway system.
In 1988, voters approve a bond program for citywide bike projects.
1992, the Bikes on Buses program begins in Phoenix.
In 1994, the completed system for 1988 bonds totals 360 miles.
1995, Bicycling magazine ranks Phoenix the 9th best city for bicycling in North America.
And in 2002, the Phoenix General Plan includes a bicycle element.
2009, the city adopts bicycle system standards as part of the Street Planning and Design Guidelines.
In 2011, the city receives honorable mention as a bike-friendly community by the League of American Bicyclists.
2013, the Reinvent Phoenix initiative endorses bicycling as sustainable transportation.
And in 2014, the bikeway system reaches 700 miles.
Also in 2014, the City Council adopts complete streets ordinances and a 20-year bicycle master plan. This year, the city also receives the bronze status as a bike-friendly community by the League of American Bicyclists. And a perfect example for a bicycling community, Phoenix launched the Grid Bike Share program. What is the Grid Bike Share program?
It's a public bike sharing system where anyone can access the system, and we also think about it as another form of transportation. It's an alternative or an extra way to get where you need to be around the city.
The concept for Grid Bike is reserve, release, ride, and return. It's that easy. The fare options do vary, however, they are affordable for both the recreational user, the student, monthly, or annual member.
So Chuck and I thought it'd be pretty cool to check out some of the bikeways right here in Phoenix.
And our first stop, historic downtown. Here you can find bungalows, cottages, tutors, and colonial homes. These streets connect neighborhoods to great paths and bikeways, such as Grand Avenue and other routes throughout the city.
There are different types of riders, just as there are different types of bikeways around town.
Your best bet, get on your bike, take a ride, and check it out.
Next stop, just blocks away from downtown, is the beautiful Rio Salado habitat. This expansive 600-acre park along the historic Salt River is home to over 200 species of birds and other wildlife. There's also 16 miles of trails and paths that are great for walking and bicycling.
From Rio Salado, you can head down Central Avenue and head towards the beautiful South Mountain Park. Once a month on Silent Sunday, the South Mountain Summit Road is closed to cars and open for non-motorized uses such as bicycling. The route is a moderately difficult ride. It can be a little challenging, but it's worth every pedal.
From South Mountain, we're going to go up north a little bit and take you for a ride on the canal.
You know, Chuck, this is one of my favorite bike pathways for one simple reason: no cars.
Local bicycle enthusiasts head to this very popular bike path for many different reasons.
The Arizona Canal specifically is pretty well developed. It needs a little bit more, but there are tunnels on the Arizona Canal from 24th Street all the way to the Peoria Sports Complex, where if you're riding your bicycle on the canal, there are no intersections with cars. You go under the roads, you go under the freeways, you go under any kind of infrastructure that's there now.
The canal path can be easily accessed from various streets. We began our excursion near 16th Street and Glendale. It was a glorious ride on a very beautiful day. The partially paved trails had public art, underpasses, and even a local bicycle hangout to wet your whistle. We wrapped up our ride at the Arizona Falls, located at 56th Street and Indian School.
Bicycling enthusiasts can be found all around Phoenix.
From Central Phoenix to downtown Phoenix, South Mountain to the far northeast, there are bike facilities for you to use and enjoy.
In 2013, the city opened the Sonoran Desert Drive Dove Valley Road bike route. It takes you to the Paseo bike trail. This area is known for its majestic desert views, mountain biking, and overall beauty. Ramadas, bridges, and public art line the bike route as the path winds its way through the lush desert scenery. The untouched landscapes offer incredible views. It's hard to believe the nation's 6th largest city is only 15 minutes away. The majestic preserves in the Sonoran Desert are all well worth it. This breathtaking area is the newest addition to Phoenix's vast desert preserve system. Take your camera, take a moment, and snap a shot of the desert beauty. Enjoy your ride.
This is just a glimpse of what bicycling is in Phoenix today.
The city worked with the bicycling community to develop an exciting master plan for both on-street
and off-road bicycle projects.
Well, I'm very excited about the bicycle master plan that we worked on. It's a good plan. We need to implement it. We need to make it happen. But that plan includes a lot of filling in the blanks, connecting existing infrastructure.
Phoenix is committed to making our city more bike friendly. It's great for the health of the people in the city of Phoenix. It's good for our transportation infrastructure. Cities that are more bikeable are cities that are more attractive to young people, either young people that we want to stay here in the community or getting young people to move here from around the country and the world. But biking is also great for all ages. It's just a fun activity, and we've kind of forgotten about it. For so many people who used to bike as kids, we kind of got away from it, and now it's just a great societal movement that more and more people are picking up their bike and getting back out there and getting some great exercise.
Well, the city has hundreds of miles of bike lanes and about 118 miles of bike routes. It's 390 plus, almost 400 miles of bike lanes, and about 120 plus miles of bike routes. We've got 40 plus bridges. We have 40 plus bridges and tunnels throughout the city, about 22 bridges, 20 tunnels, something like that. It's a lot of infrastructure here, and then we have off-street paths, off-street routes. We have canals, and we have trails in the mountains for mountain bikers.
There are 5 basic bikeways, each with different designs and characteristics. First, there's off-street paths used by non-motorized traffic, pedestrians, and bicyclists. You'll find these on the canals, parks, and mountain preserves and other city locations.
Second, over 420 miles of on-street bicycle lanes. Now these lanes have markings and signs, and a portion of the street is designated exclusively for bicyclists.
Third, there are bikeable routes and boulevards with designated signs. These are typically on low traffic streets and can often get you to major destinations, making up about 1/4 of the city's bikeway miles.
Fourth, bicycling bridges and tunnels connect you with other bike facilities to get you under and over roadways and channels. In 2014, Phoenix had 22 bridges and 20 tunnels throughout the city, representing a huge capital investment in the city's bicycling network.
And finally, shared bicycle lanes. These are shared roadways that usually are low volume and low speed streets.
If it's been a while since you've ridden, try it again, because there really is a lot more infrastructure now than there used to be. I have found personally in my life, there's a route, a delightful route to get to the grocery store 2 miles from my house, bike path almost all the way, and it's so much more fun.
You know, one time Bicycling magazine said that Phoenix was not a good place to bicycle. They turned that around in 1995 and we got one of the top 10 cities in the U.S. for bicycling. So, you know, there was a lot of progress made. They came out and they rode some of the facilities and they said, you're making good progress.
It's an exciting time. Phoenix has an ambitious and comprehensive bicycle master plan that includes improving corridors with new projects adding on-street bike lanes wherever possible, intersection improvement projects for bicycling operation and safety, canal crossing enhancements to improve the riding surface and to make it easier for bicyclists on canal paths to cross major streets.
The Bicycle Master Plan will have almost 400 projects to work on, individual projects over more than 30 corridors of bicycling. And we have a lot of work to do still, but it's very clear that there needs to be more bike facilities downtown. There also needs to be more bike facilities in other parts of the city. The city has a tremendous amount of space to add bike lanes. It has a tremendous amount of demand from people who wish they could bicycle if there were more bike lanes for them to get to where they want to go.
It's such an exciting time to be in Phoenix. The bicycling community is strong. And soon, bicycling will be the norm, not the exception.
Well, Deborah, bicycling will be safe, easy, convenient, and of course fun, and the preferred mode of transportation.
The city is well on its way to becoming a more bikeable community for you. So what should bicycling be like in the next 20 years?
It will be safe
and easy to bike
anywhere in the city.
It should have a connected bikeway network
that will link people
and places,
making bicycling a preferred option
for daily transportation,
recreation, and healthy lifestyles.
Right on, Phoenix. Come on, Deborah.
We have places to go.